Chapter 4, Lesson 1, The Coordinate Plane. Lesson Objectives. Plot and identify ordered pairs on a coordinate plane. Vocabulary. Let's make sure we all have the same idea what these words mean. So, a coordinate plane. It is a plane containing a horizontal line and a vertical line. Now, x-axis, that is that horizontal line on a coordinate plane. It is always the horizontal line and it is always labeled x. So y-axis is the vertical line on a coordinate plane. If at any time you need to pause this to copy the definitions, please do so. Origin is the 0, 0 on the coordinate plane. It's where the vertical and horizontal lines intersect. Of course, this would be our horizontal line. Here's our vertical line, and origin is at 0, 0. Of course, origin means a starting point for anything. So anytime we are going to plot a ordered pair on the coordinate plane, we will begin at 0, 0. All right, let's move down our page. Quadrant. Quadrant is part of the coordinate plane. Since quad means 4, we should have 4 sections. So let's look back at our picture above. We have 4 sections on the coordinate plane. So if I draw my plane again here, we number them with Roman numerals. Starting at 1, we go across and around the coordinate plane, making a letter C, because we are going clockwise. And there are the 4 quadrants in our coordinate plane. So a quadrant is one of the 4 sections of a coordinate plane. Now, an ordered pair are 2 numbers surrounded by parentheses. Now, I'm just going to pick one out of my head here. 2, 4. Ordered pair tells you where you are on the coordinate plane. We always, in our first move across. Now, that could mean to the left or to the right. So the first move is always going across. Staying in positive territory, we would move to the right. Going to negative territory, we would move to the left. The second way we move is we move up or down. It's very important that you move the correct way or you'll land up on the wrong dot. Again, you can pause if you need to stop and copy these definitions. Now, let's do some examples. Let's identify the quadrant that contains each point. So I am going to come over here and label my quadrants. Again, starts over here in all positive territory. We circle around to make a C. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Again, we label using Roman numerals. So I am on the prowl to find S. So I come down here. There is S. I am in quadrant 4. Now I'm going to look for point T. I peruse my coordinate plane, and there it is, point T. I am in quadrant 1. Let's look for point W. Well, W is sitting on a line. Therefore, it is not in any quadrant. It lies on the x-axis. It lies on the y-axis, which is between 1 and 2. It's between quadrants 1 and quadrants 2. So if it's lying on the line, on the axis, that is its location. It is not inside of a quadrant. Let's go to the next page. Now we're going to plot. So I'm going to do D at 3, 3. So at first I start at the origin, which is the 0, 0. So I'm starting here. I'm going to move. I always move across first. 1, 2, 3. And then I move up or down. Well, that's a positive 3, so I'll move up 3, and there is D on my coordinate plane. So I move 3 to the right, and I move 3 units up. If I'm trying to make E at -2, -3, I again start in the origin, and I move this time -2, always moving across first. 1, 2, and then I have to go 3 down, and there is point E. So I again started at the origin. I move 2 units to the left and 3 units down. Both of my numbers were in negative territory. So let's find point X. I'm going to have to find my coordinates. So let's find X. X is here. So I'm going to start from origin. Always start at the origin. I move across first. So I move 1, 2. So I'm at -2. Then I move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. So I'm at 5. So the first number I found was -2. The second number I found was 5. And I always surround my coordinate pair with parentheses. And of course, I started always at the origin. So let's try this on your own. Pause the video. Tell me where X is. I want you to plot this ordered pair and then give me the coordinates of L. Pause now. All right, let's identify X. Here is X on my coordinate plane. I start at 0. I always move across. 2, 3, 4. Oh, actually, I'm just looking for a coordinate on my quadrant, aren't I? Well, I'm just going to number 1, 2, 3, 4, and X is in quadrant 3. I need to read my directions better next time, don't I? All right, so if we're looking for quadrants, we only label our Roman numerals and then identify that. All right, now let's plot something on our coordinate plane. We are going to label it E at -2, 3. So starting at my origin, -2 because I always go across. And then 3 is a positive number, so I'll go up 3. And there is point E. Oops, I erased my point. Number 3, give the coordinates of L. Well, I again start at my origin. I move 1, 2, 3, 4 across, and I'm in negative territory, so it's a -4. And I move 1, 2, 3 up. My numbers here are positive, so I'm at +3. And again, I surround it with parentheses. This is the end of lesson 4-1, the coordinate plane.